All right, y'all, this ain't a great quality recording. Here's the deal. When you go to this website right here, it's a Detroit index. It's at Pastebin. So somebody went to an index site and they paste in all these dead people. Look at the dates, 1907, 1920, 1903. Let me tell you what happened. The DNC found, and let's just make it easier. We'll just grab this right here and scroll all the way down. They found 14,000 dead people and added them to the voter roster in Detroit. Michigan and Pennsylvania are known for being shenanigan people. You know, they're known for being corrupt. So Catherine Kelly all the way up to CORVIS NICHOLDS is what I looked up. And you'll see it's got their first name, their last name, their date of birth, and their zip code. Notice something about these names. CORVIS, Irene, Thomas, Sue, CLEO, FREDA, SABINA, VIVA, SUZANA, FLOY, HELEN, ROSEMARY, Donald, Mary, Russell, Josephine, Catherine. You notice anything about those? I'll tell you what I noticed. They're definitely from the turn of the century, the turn of the 20th century. So that's the website you go to for that. It's going to be in the link, but in case they block that, it's pastebin.com with the capital Q on the end. Get a good look at it. Now, here is the Michigan voter site for Detroit County. And what you'll see here, there it is. It says voter index right there. And it'll say your polling location and all this information here. And it'll say all this information. It'll say Michigan voter information, Department of State, home, your voter information, vote at home, register, vote in person, accessible, your polling. So you can register online, and all you have to do is enter in that information. So let's go back. Let's try this out. And I'm going to do it through all 18 of these so you guys can see how crazy this is. So you can tune out if you get bored, but in the meantime. So let's start with, let me make it smaller so this is easier. And sorry this is slow, everybody. Number one, I just woke up. And numero los dos, I'm doing it from behind a screen with a mouse. Okay. So number one, we have CORVIS. Maybe I won't do the whole list. Look how slow this is. NICHOLDS, because I only got one hand here. I should have been smart and gotten some sort of chest-mounted camera dingus, but dumb old me. Now, I had to brute force the birth month because that isn't included in the Pastebin. But it turns out he was born in January of 1914. And his zip code is 49082. And when you enter that in, maybe nothing will happen. Maybe nothing will come up. Oh no, something comes up. Oh my good newness. Look at that. It shows where the voting booths are and everything. Let's scroll to the very top. What does it say? Quincy Township branch. Yes, you are registered. CORVIS NICHOLDS, born in 1914. Wow, that 106-year-old is just so sprickety-sprackety spry, jumping up, getting registered, understanding how the internet works. Oh, but you know what? Maybe he is really alive. You know, maybe there's just 14,000 100-year-old people named CORVIS and Irene and Thomas and Sue and CLEO and FREDA just chilling like a villain on penicillin in Detroit, just really interested in Joe Biden because they're like, wow, that old fart in his 70s is less senile than I am in my late hundreds. I think I'm going to trust him with my vote because then I'm not going to look like an idiot. Well, they're probably not saying that because they're dead, but the truth of the matter is the DNC doesn't care. And why does the DNC not care? Because they know they're going to lose. And because they know they're going to lose, they have no choice but to use fraud as a means of perpetuating this drastic canard. And so what happens when you use fraud? Well, especially when you use it with tens of millions, your infrastructure is too big for you to get a lid on it. So what happens is people like me catch your ass. All right, here's IRENE DROUGHT, 1917, 49251, October, it turns out. You see, I forgot which month it was. She lived, well, there's her clerk. Oh, look at that. There's her clerk. Your clerk has not recorded receiving your AV application. Your clerk does not automatically send out an absentee voter applications for every election. Well, that's good. So maybe they're not registered, you know? Maybe this is just people in the community. Maybe, oh, you're registered. Oh, my goodness. Yes, old IRENE DROUGHT isn't dead. Oh, my gosh, she's registered. Old IRENE DROUGHT. So, well, surely this can't be real, right? The Democrats don't lie. Everybody knows that they're pure as the driven snow, not the snow the dog peed in, but the driven snow. You know, we're not doing a Zappa send up here. You know, we're not saying don't you eat that yellow snow. That's not the kind of Democrats I'm talking about. Oh, no, not in my America. Oh, hold your horses. The thing is, I'm typing and talking, and it's really slow, and I'm filling the dead space. That's my dad proving that he's not familiar with the internet. No, he really is. He knows what he's up to. I just had to give him some crap because I can't type as fast as I'd like to, and I wouldn't be talking like this. The problem is I can't do it any faster. So he's just annoyed by that. Fair enough. Let's see. Okay, it wasn't March. It must have been January. Let's try that again. Oh, there it is. Thomas Lindsay. Oh, my goodness. And look, he's registered. And how old is Thomas Lindsay? 1916. Okay, so look, here's the whole list. And here's their birth dates. Thomas Lindsay, I'll just read them out for you. He's January, it turns out. Sue Giessel's April. CLEO Allen's June. FREDA Green's October. SABINA NIENALTOWSKI is Polish, definitely, but she's April. VIVA DYER's March. SUZANA KANALOS is Greek in October. FLOY Robinson was definitely born in 1909 with a name like Floy. He's July. HELEN PEPERA is July. ROSEMARY Sitter is July. Donald SEVERNS is December. Only December on the list. Mary Thomas is August. Russell L. Hughes, you don't have to use the L in there. Just do the Russell and the Hughes is October. Josephine KAHN is July. Catherine Kelly's April. And NORMA HARMON is August. That's 18 I did this morning. And all of them are over 100 years. The youngest one is 1920, so that's 100 years plus. And he wasn't the December one, so every one of those is over 100 years. The December one is 102, about to turn 103. So, you know, I am just so astonished that we have so many octogenarians who are doing so good, you know, in Detroit. They're just killing it. These liberal 100-year-old people in Detroit, 14,000 of them. That's not fraud or anything. No. They registered themselves. That's how it's done, right? Okay, I got something to tell you people. You who were complicit in this obvious fraud, here's what you need to know. It's a sting. You're caught. You got one hope. Tell the truth. They call it turning stool pigeon, but the stool pigeon flies away. The leftist piece of crap gets flushed down the toilet. You want to get flushed down the toilet or fly away? Seriously. Turn stoolie now before someone else gets scared and beats you to it. You're a bunch of cowards in a sack. One of you is going to do it. You might as well be the guy that gets off free, not Jim over there who smells like Dorito farts. You be the free one, not Dorito fart, Jim. See, if you don't do it, you're going to lose your plea bargain. The faster you crack, the safer you are. The longer you wait, the worse your sentence. And if you're not involved in any fraud, patriots, send this wherever you can. Share it. So if you're smart and you want to stay out of jail, what you're going to do is you're going to contact your local authorities. You're going to give them the information you know. You could perhaps contact Project Veritas instead and remain anonymous, but they're going to go through who was registered to count votes, and you're probably going to get arrested if you don't flee the state. It's a lot easier to do a plea bargain. If you're smart about it, you'll contact the authorities from a distance and arrange what they're going to do for you before you give them your information. But keep advised, you're not the only one who's realized the game is up, and the faster you get to it, the more time you save yourself from being incarcerated. That's all I got to say today. God bless America. Donald Trump is our president for another term. And the fraud will be exposed because he knew it was coming, and y'all been stung. I haven't even talked about the watermarks yet. This information is being disseminated to guys like me at the low end of the totem pole. So if you're smart, give yourself up. If you're dumb, play this hand till you drop. I mean, there's plenty of non-cowards in jail, and what they say about prison rape, that's just a myth.